Hi, it's Stacey here from Hunter Region Landcare Network. In this video, you'll learn about Landcare at Lake Liddell. Discover how they're rehabilitating a very degraded landscape right next to an aging power station. Plus, they're using the site to teach the new generation how to regenerate land for better biodiversity and long-term sustainability.
In 2004, I started off as chairman of Lake Liddell Trust, which was this caravan park plus all the surrounding land for about 134 hectares. And we've been rehabilitating it ever since. We've done some tree plantings in 2005 and 2007 and every 2 years since then around the perimeters of the park and the lake. The whole reserve was proclaimed in 1970 for the power station, and it was taken over from the farmers who owned it. The ground was just bare, and we came along and had to do some sort of regeneration to it.
Because it was in a relatively flat, easily cultivated area, it got cleared quite early in the piece. 100 odd years ago, was pretty well trashed. There was just very little vegetation left. We're planting a mix of seed and plants, which are representative of the central hunter spotted gum ironbark vegetation community. Plants we're sort of looking for in that community: narrow-leaf ironbark, probably broadleaf ironbark, spotted gum, rough-barked apple, as well as a whole range of shrubs and understory species.
We've planted swamp oaks down here because it's on swampy ground, and we've planted a whole line of corimbas down this one, plus a few other shrubs in between, to use it as a demonstration site so that people can see the seeds coming up in it. It does grow in the degraded land that was here before.
So how do you go about restoring a natural ecosystem on this degraded land?
I got Cumberland Plain Seeds come and inspect the site, and they recommended the seeding site we were going to use and what strips of land we were going to use. And I've got Australian Native Landscapes to supply the mulch. Forest blend, it's just wood chip, and this is a proper mulch which is incorporated and broken down. Cumberland Plain Seeds recommended that we do it in strips.
So initially the implement on the back of the tractor was chisels, and that's the implement that's suitable for mixing in the mulch to the soil. And this implement's the aerator, and you can see the tines. And as the tractor moves along, these tines rotate, and each tine punches a small hole into the soil.
And it breaks up the soil just enough so the seed sits in here. All along here there's lots of seeds. The water collects in the ground as well, so it holds it all together. After a while it all germinates. This is the second part of our rehabilitation project. We're going to plant this whole hillside out with trees. We've got Eucalyptus mollicana, Eucalyptus creba, coriambers, Businas, and a few acacias when we get them. We've got TAFE students up from Newcastle and a few fellows up from Kooragang Wetlands who are helping us out. Using the tree guards, as you can see, to stop the cattle and the kangaroos from battering the trees when we plant them.
One of the things I love about this is being able to get outdoors, bring a bunch of people up here. As we were driving up to the Muswellbrook area, one of the fellows said he'd never been up here before. Part of what they have to study is conservation projects like this. They have to have a site survey and a feel for the project itself. So there's no better way than actually incorporating the students into part of the tree planting program that's here. Also, the connection that I really like about this is that Landcare is incorporating learning as part of the overall project. So this hands-on experience for some of these people is a foundation of the skills that they need to go out and work and get a career in this industry. And Stephen in particular is really supportive of that, and I really appreciate the opportunity.
We're trying to build up a eucalypt forest here of different species which are native, and this was all bare cattle ground earlier before the power station went in. So we're aiming to introduce species from the endangered forest that was here before. Well, the corridor will link up various aspects of the remnant vegetation along here, and hopefully it'll create a bit of a wildlife sanctuary where wildlife can go across, down to the water, up to the bush. The more interconnectivity we have, the better the species can survive.
To get involved with Landcare at Lake Liddell, go to hunterlandcare.org.au and click on the groups page.